Wishing a happy and a jovial morning to each and every member of the Kamal family. Firstly, I would like to welcome the entire class 6 girls. Because of lockdown, COVID, we were not able to meet, but by the almighty blessings, we will be getting rid of this problem and we will be meeting soon. Girls, before we begin with the vacations, we have started the first chapter, that is knowing our numbers. Under that topic, we have learned the place value chart. You all remember ones, tens, 100, 1000 and so on. That is place value chart where we know the value, place value of every digit of a number. Then we learned about the predecessors and the successors. What are predecessors? How we count or how we calculate predecessor? For predecessor means a number prior. For calculating, we do -1. Then to find out the successor. Successor means the number which comes after. For finding out the successor, what we do? We add 1. Then we have learned how to arrange the number in the ascending and descending order. Everyone knows ascending means from smaller to bigger and descending means from bigger to smaller. All this you have learned in your previous classes, girls. Then we have learned to frame the numbers with different conditions. The conditions were given to you and then you have to make a number with a given condition. After that, you have learned a topic regarding estimation. Girls, what is estimation? Let's see in a daily life how we relate this estimation. Like suppose we have a gathering and that gathering is we are supposed to think about that the number of people in the given party or in the given gathering is how much. So we simply see the gathering and we can estimate that it's around 200 people are there in the party. So it could be 205, it could be 195, but what I did, I have estimated the value, I have guessed the value, I calculated the approximate value. It could not be the exact one, but it would be the nearest value. Okay. So how we are going to estimate the value? For estimation, we are doing rounding off. What is that rounding off? What I did, maybe the gathering is of 195, but I rounded off and I approximate the value, that is it is 200 people. Okay. So let's learn for few more examples to estimation. Now we will be doing estimate through rounding off to 10. What you will be doing? Let's take an example. Suppose we have 23. I just need to round off this value to 10. We have to think that this 23 is lying between which two tens? Means it could be 2 tens, that is 20. It could be 3 tens, that is 30. Means 23 is lying between 20 and 30. What is the center value? 25. So anything which lies between 20 to 25 will become 20. If this value will be between 25 to 30, it will become 30. So can you guess where it lies? Yes, it is lying between 20 to 25. So this 23 will be rounded off to 20. I hope I am clear. Let's do for few more examples. Suppose the question is 576. I just need to round off to 10. So what will I do? I am simply seeing these tens value. 76. 76 is lying between where? 70 and 80. Can you guess? It is lying between 75 to 80. So what the 76 will become? It will become 80. So the number which you rounded off will be 580. Okay, let's do. It's for you girls. 237. Come on, guess it fast. Yes, 37 is near to 40. So this will be rounded off to 240. Let's do one more question. The question is, suppose 728. We have to round off to tens. So let's think. Come on. Yes, it is 730. 28 is near to 30. So we have estimated this value. Clear? Now let's learn how we are going to estimate by rounding off to 100. Okay girls, the question is 535. 6. Suppose this is a question. We are going to round off to 100. Now 536 is lying between which two hundreds? It's lying between 500 and 600. Again the center is 550. Now you think 500, this number is lying between 500 and 550, or it is lying between 550 and 600? Yes, it is lying between 500 and 550. So this will be rounded off to 500. I hope I am clear. Now you do, let's round off 63. Come on. Yes, the 63 is lying between which 200? It's lying between 0 and 100. Center is 50. So because this 63 is lying between 50 and 100, so we are going to round off the 63 as 100. One more question, girls, come on. 727. Come on, let's guess. Yes, 727 will be lying between 700 and 800. Because it is nearer to 700, so we round off this value to 7. I hope I am clear. Let's do one more estimation rounding through thousands. The question suppose is 756. This number is lying between which two thousands? It's lying between 0 and 1000. What is the center value of 0 and 1000? It is 500. So you have to guess. 750 is lying between in which area? From 0 to 500 or 500 to 1000? Yes, it is lying between 500 to 1000. So this value will be rounded off to 1000. We have estimated this value by rounding off this 756 to 1000. One question for you girls. Come on, let's guess. 1237. Yes, this number will be rounded off. It is between 1000 and 2000, and because it is nearer to 1000, so this will be rounded off to 1237. One last question. Come on, quickly guess it. Quickly. Yes, it is lying between, it is rounded off to 3000, lying between 3000 and 4000, nearer to 3000, so we round it off to 3. I hope I am clear. Is this concept of estimation is clear to all? We have learned how to round off this value to nearest 10, nearest 100 and nearest 1000. Now girls, we will be learning, if this concept is clear, we will be learning how we are going to estimate the sum, the differences, their products and the quotient of the numbers. So let's go with that. Now there are certain rules for estimating the sum and the difference. Estimate the sum and difference. There are two rules. There can be two cases. Case 1, when number of digits are same. And case 2, when number of digits are different. Okay, so there are two cases. Either we have the number of digits same or we have the number of digits different. Suppose, take an example. Suppose we are estimating the sum of 326 added with 834. Can you see the number of digits are same in both the conditions? Both the numbers, 326 has 3 digits, 834 is having 3 digits. So this is case 1. What you will be doing, you will be estimating rounding off to the highest place. What is the highest place? Ones, tens, 100. So 100 is the highest place. 326 will be rounded off to, guess? Yes, it will be 300 plus 834, it will be rounded off to, yes, 800, and now you can easily add 8 plus 3, 11 with 2 zeros, and the answer is 1100. Is it clear? Come on, can you think? One example for you girls quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5, 8, 9, 9. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5, 8, 9, 9. Can you see the number of digits are same in both the numbers? So highest place is 1000. We are going to round off to 1000 now. 1, 2, 3, 4 will become 1000 and 5, 8, 9, 9 will become, yes, it become 6,000. So 1000 plus 6,000, you estimated your value is 7,000. Clear? So this is case 1 where the number of digits are same. So we have to see the highest place value and we are going to round off to the highest place. Now the second condition, that we have number of different digits. Okay, like suppose 324 when you are subtracting with 86. Suppose this is the number. Clear? Which is the smallest value? 86 is the smallest value. What is the place value of that, highest place value of this 86? It is tens. So we are going to round off to tens to both the numbers. Remember this. When the number of digits are different, what we are going to do? We are going to find out the smaller number and we will find out its highest place and we are going to round off according to its highest place. Like 86 is the smaller number, tens is its place, highest place. So we are going to round off both the numbers to the nearest tens. So let's round off 324 to the nearest tens and 86 to the nearest tens. Can we do it? Yes. 324 will be rounded off to 300. Sorry. 324 will be rounded, 24 we are going to round off. So 24 will be rounded off to, it is lying between 20 and 30. So this will be rounded off to 20. So this number will become 320. Clear? 86. This 86 is lying between which two tens? 80 and 90. So 86 will be rounded off to 90. I hope I am clear. Let's subtract 0, 0, 0. 12 minus 9, 3 and 230 is our answer. I hope I am clear. Both the rules are clear. Rule 1, when we have the number of digits same. Rule 2, when the number of digits are different. When the number of digits are same, we simply have to see the highest place value and we are going to round off to this and we will solve the value. If the number of digits are different, then we have to see the smaller number and we are going to round off that smaller number, all the numbers according to the smaller number's highest place. Like 86 was having tens place, so we are going to round off both the numbers to the nearest tens. This 324, 24 I have rounded to 20, so this number becomes 320. 86 will be rounded off to 90 and we can easily subtract the value to get the answer. I hope I am clear. We will practice more in the exercise. Let us proceed to the next topic, that how we are going to estimate the product of the numbers. Okay. So estimate the product. What is product? Yes, when you multiply the number, the answer is multiplication called product. Now we are going to find out the product of two numbers like 347 multiplied with 23. Now we don't have any cases in this way that the number of digits should be same or should be different. It can be anything, girls. What we have to keep in mind is that we are going to round off the number according to their highest place. Like 347 is having 3 digits, means it is a 100 place. So we are going to round off 347 to the nearest 100. Clear? 23 we are going to round off, highest place is tens. So we are going to round off to the nearest tens. Come on. 347, can you guess quickly? Yes, 347 will be 300 because it is less than 350, so it will be 300. 23, come on quickly, 20 and 30, yes, it is 20. Can you find the product now? 3 2s are 6, number of zeros 3. Is it clear? How we have estimated the product? Here we didn't bother about the number of digits. We simply see the numbers and we have rounded off that value to its highest place. 347 is the highest place is 100. So, we round it off to 100, it becomes 300, and 23 highest place is tens. So, we have rounded off to 20. Is it clear? Come on, quickly do this question. Come on, 737. Yes, it is 700. What is 43? Yes, it is 40. Come on, let's multiply. 7 4s are 28. Come on, how many zeros? 3 zeros. Very good. So, this is your answer. I hope estimating the product is also clear. Again, I am repeating the value, property that for finding out the estimate, the product, what we have to do, we are going to round off the value to its highest place. Here 737, the highest place is 100. So, we have rounded off to 100, that becomes 700. 43, the highest place is 10. So, we have estimated the value to the nearest tens and it becomes 40. We simply multiplied the value. Everyone knows how to multiply? Yes. So, 7 4s are 28 with 3 zeros and this is your answer. Okay. Now, let us move to estimating the quotient. For finding out the quotient means we are going to divide the numbers. So, how we are going to divide and estimate the value? For that there is no certain rule, girls. We are going to find out its compatible number, means we are going to think about a number who can be easily divided, which is nearer to it. Okay. So, for finding out the quotient, let us see through an example. Suppose I have 247 divided by 6. Okay. I have to estimate the quotient. Now, there is no certain rule. I just need to think about that to which nearest number I have to round off. 247, I can round this to 250 and this 6 can be rounded off to 10. So, I can easily divide 25 is the quotient. Clear? So, there is no certain rule. I told you we have to find out their compatible number. Compatible number means the number which is nearer to the numbers. Clear? 247 now rounded off to 250. The 6 becomes 10. Now, you can easily divide 250 with 10 and the answer will be 25. Can you guess the next question? Okay, this is for you girls. Quickly do it. Can you think? Or let us make this 7. Can you think? Yes, I can convert this 657 as 660 and this 3. Can we? Now, let us divide. Can you easily divide? 5 ones are 5, 1 carry, 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10 and we can easily find the quotient by estimating the numbers. 647 we have find its compatible number as 660, 3 we calculated as 5 and now you can easily divide. You can make this 3 as 10 also girls. 660 divided by 10 it can be, this can also be the answer. So, this is the way how we have learnt to find out the estimate of their products, how to estimate the quotient, how to estimate the sum and the differences. There are certain rules, we need to follow those rules and we have to solve it. Now, with this we are going to proceed to the exercise. Let us open the page number 21, self practice 1F. Let us begin. We will do few questions and then rest you will do in the copy. Exercise 1F, question number 1, we are supposed to estimate the sum. Question is 68 plus 53. Remember the rules girls, the number of digits are same, we are going to estimate the value. 68 will become 70 and this 53 will become 50. We can easily add both of them, 7 plus 5. 12 with 1 0 and this is your answer. Is it clear? Let us do the next one and then remaining you may do it yourself. 1693 added with 4509. Okay. So, in these numbers the highest place is 1000. So, we are going to round off to the nearest 1000. 1693, it is nearer to 2000, and 4509 will be rounded off to, highest place is 4000, it becomes 4509 is rounding off to, it is lying between which two thousands? 4000s and 5000. So 4509 will be rounded off to 5000 girls. Clear? Now let's add 2 plus 5, 7. So your answer is 7000. I hope question is clear. Come on, let's move to the next question. Remaining questions you can do yourself. Let's estimate the difference. Question 2. 898 minus 345. While doing the question, just remember the rules, girls. Both the numbers have 3 digits, the highest place is 100. So we are going to round off both the numbers to the nearest 100. 898 will be rounded off to, come on, yes, it is 900. 345 will be rounded off to, it is lying between which two hundreds? 300s and 400. So this 345 will be 300. Can you subtract? 900 minus 300 is how much? Yes, 600. This is your answer. So let's do something different. Yes, we have the second question. 839 minus 48. Now remember the second rule, girls. Here the number of digits are not same. So we have to see the smaller number. Smaller number is 48. The highest place of 48 is 10. So we are going to round off both the number to the nearest tens. Can we round off 39 and 48? 39 will become 40. So this number will be 840, and 48 will be rounded off to 50. Now can you subtract? 0, 0, 0, 4, 14 minus 5, 9, 7. So your answer is 790. Is it clear? So the remaining question you may do it. Let's do the next one. We are going to estimate the product in the third question. Remember, for finding out the estimation of product, we don't have certain rules like number of digits as we did in addition and subtraction. For product, we simply going to round off the numbers to their highest place. Like 68 into 37. What is the highest place of 68? Tens. So we are going to round off 68 to the tens. That becomes 70. And 7, single digit. Remember, girls, whenever we have a single digit, we don't round off, we write the same value while finding out the product. 70, when you multiply with 7, answer will be 490. Remember this rule which I told you. We are not going to round off 7. Single digit numbers never being round off whenever we are finding out the products. Clear? Okay, let's see the next question. Next question is 74 into 87. Come on, 74, both the values, nearest tens we are going to round off. 74 will become 70, 87 will become 90. Can we multiply 70 and 90? Yes, 9 sevens are 63 with 2 zeros, and your product is 6300. Will you be able to do the remaining ones? Okay. Let's move to the next question. In question number 4, we have to estimate the quotient. Okay. So question number 4, we'll estimate the quotient. 123 divided by 8. We have to find out their compatible number, girls. We are not finding out its rounding off. Okay. So 123 and 8, you can just think about 123 I can make 120 and 8 I can make 10, and then I can easily divide. So I think I am going correct. This can be done like this, and 120 when divided by 10, the answer will be how much? 12. Clear? Okay. So let's do the last one and then we proceed to the next exercise. The last question I am doing is 958 divided by 49. 958 divided by 49. What do you think? What is its compatible number? I can make this 958 as 1000. Orally we can think about. 49 I can make it 50, and can we round off? Yes. So So 958 I am making 1000, 49 I am converting into 50, and now I can easily divide. My answer will be 20. Is it clear? So is this exercise clear to all? We have done estimation and then we learned certain rules for adding, difference, finding out the product, finding out the quotient. Thus, we have completed this exercise, girls, exercise 1F. Now let's proceed to the next exercise which we left before vacation, that is certain word problems. This is exercise 1J, page number 29. Open the page, girls. Ready everyone? Okay. So let's go with the first question. First question in exercise 1J is, Rahul rode his motorbike 25,750 kilometers in the first year. Means in first year, how much he drove his bike? 25,750 kilometers. In the second year, he drove for 20,675 kilometers. And similarly, in the third year, he drove his motorbike to 23,928 kilometers. So the question is that how many kilometers in all he rode in the 3 years. So what are you going to do? You just imagine those 4 fundamental operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. This question is very simple. In first year, he rode his motorbike for this much kilometer. For the second year, he rode his bike for this much kilometer, and for the third year also the kilometer is given. And the question is asked that total how much kilometer he drove. So what are you going to find out? The total distance covered in these 3 years? Yes, we are going to find out their sum. So you will do it yourself. You will make the sentences. The distance drove or rode by his motorbike in the first year is this much, in the second year is this much, in the third year is this much, and the total distance he covered in these 3 years will be, you will find the sum. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Next question is, Priyanka opened a bank account with a deposit of rupees 10,000 in the following month. Means he started his account with, her account with 10,000 rupees. In the following month, she deposited means submitted. She deposited 8,425 rupees, 19,766 rupees and 15,238 rupees. She did not make any withdrawal. Withdrawal means she did not take out any amount. She is simply depositing, she is simply putting the money in the account. The account was opened with 10,000 and later 3 more addition she did. So what you will be doing for finding out the total balance? For finding out the total balance, you will be adding all the values. What? With 10,000, you will be adding the 3. 8,425, 19,766, 15,238. You will add all this with 10,000 to find out the total amount in her account. Is it clear? So again, this is very simple. Make your own sentences, do the addition and find out the sum. Okay girls. Let's move to the next question. Next question is, Arun received a gratuity of rupees 18,60,750 on his retirement. What is gratuity? Gratuity is simply the amount which a person gets on his retirement. So what he received, Arun received 18 lakh rupees, 60,750 rupees on his retirement. Now out of this 18 lakhs certain amount, he bought a car. The car costing is 3,25,000 and then he invested 2,70,000 in the mutual funds. Mutual fund is again some plannings for money transaction and all. Okay, so 2,70,000 he put for the mutual fund. The question is, you have to find out the deposit, the remaining amount in the fixed deposit in a bank. So how much is the gratuity he received? 18 lakh something. 3 lakh he buy a car and certain amount 2,70,000 he put for the mutual fund. So how you are going to calculate the amount which is left in his account? Let's do it. Let's do this question. Question 3, exercise 1J. Amount Arun received How much? 18 lakh 60,750. So this much amount he got on retirement. After this, he bought a car. So what is the cost of car? Cost of car is 3,25,000. Clear? Then he invested few amount in mutual fund. Investment on MF. I am not writing mutual fund full spelling. I am writing MF mutual fund. How much he invested on mutual fund? That is 2,70,000. So this much is the amount he spent. Okay, 3,25,000 on car and certain amount he put for the mutual fund, that is 2,70,000. The question is how much amount is left in his account. So how you are going to do it? You are going to add first the investments. Means this much for mutual fund and this much is for the car. You are going to find out how much he spends. The amount he spends, you will find the sum 3,25,000 added to 2,70,000. When you are adding, let us add. So this much is the amount he invested for both car and mutual fund. The question is how much money did he, how much is the amount left in his account. So finding out the amount left in his account, what are you going to do? Yes, you are going to find out the difference. 18 lakh something he got on his retirement and 5 lakh something he spent on different. So how you are going to find out? You are going to find out the difference. Can you do it? Do it yourself. So this is your answer. Okay, let's move to the next question. As per 2011 census, West Bengal has a total population of 9 crore 12 lakh 76,115. Out of this 4 crore 68 lakh 9,027 are males. The question is you have to find out the population for the females. So what will you do? This much is the population, this much is the number of males. So how you are going to find out to calculate the number of females in West Bengal? Yes, you will be finding out the difference. So what will you do? You will subtract this 9 crore value with 4 crore value. You will be getting certain answer. You have to write the answer in the standard form. Standard form means the number form. That is called standard form. Then we have the word problem. You all know how to write the number in a word form. Everybody knows the place value. Then you will write the value in word form. After that you have to write in the expanded form. You know how to write in expanded form also. And then you have to round it off this value to nearest 10,000. Will you be able to do it? Or I will do it on the board. Done. Let us see. Population in West Bengal. How much is the population in West Bengal? 9 crore 17 lakh, sorry 12 lakh 76,115. This much is the population in West Bengal. Population of males. Four crore 68 lakh 9,027. So this much is the population of males. What you have to find out? You need to find out the population of females. So what is the population of females? How will you find out? Yes, you are going to subtract both of these values. So when you will subtract, you will find the answer. This much is the population of women in West Bengal. Clear? Writing the number in this form is the standard form. So you will write standard form. This is standard form. Then it is asked to write the value in word form. So you will write a word form. Everyone remembers how to write in the words? Ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh crores. So 4 crores, 44,000, a lakh, 67,088 will be your answer. You should write in words. After that, you have to write in expanded form. Expanded form you all know. 4, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus yes, then plus or you may skip the 0, you may directly write 80 and 8. This is your expanded form, girls, you all know this, okay. After this, it is asked to round off to the nearest 10,000. So can you say this 10,000 means ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, this only this much value you are supposed to round off. So how you are going to write? It will be 4, 44, the 67,000 will become 70,000 and this is your answer. I hope it's clear to all. And the last 2 questions, simple questions, girls. 20 cricket player received an award of 8,75,000 each, means each member has received this much as a winning award. There are 20 players, so how you are going to find out the total amount for the winning? You are going to multiply both of them. The same thing you will be doing for question number 6 also, and thus we have ended with this exercise, girls, 1J. I hope you understood the concept of estimation. We have done the exercise based on estimating the sum and differences, the products and the quotients. We have learned certain rules. Follow those rules and practice for more questions. We have done this word problems. It's a life based problems, girls. We should know how we are going to use these fundamental operations in our daily life examples. So these are certain questions. You complete these questions in the exercise and we'll be meeting soon in the next class. Thank you so much, girls. You